we've been talking about doing this show together for months. Slash 6 hours ago, I said, "Hey, you want to be my second guest?"
Yeah. This has been planning for so
long. And
long.
finally, it's come true. Finally, it's come true. It's Karen Counts. I'm interviewing good people that are doing great things. And today, I have the amazing, incredible. You know what? I can't use incredible or phenomenal. I can't use that stuff. I can only use amazing because she's a founder of the Amazing Human series. On my phone, you're there, just so you know. Bree, high five. Boop. Bree Palmer. How you doing?
Great, thanks. How are you
I'm doing
doing?
Fantastic. I'm in my studio. It's a huge studio in downtown Nova Scotia. Bree Palmer. Who are you? Like, what do you do?
By day, I'm an interior decorator. So I work at Benjamin Moore. That's my full-time job. Though on the side, I consider myself a social media socialite. I did not coin that term. Todd.live coined that term, but I like it, so we're going to go with it. Social media socialite. And I do a little thing called the Amazing Human series. So where I highlight amazing people doing amazing things in the world and hopefully inspire others to do amazing things, or at least like find that little bit of themselves and own it, you know. That's my spiel. Other than that, I live in Ottawa, Canada, and have a fiance and 3 stepsons. That's me in a little bubble.
And you're showing off these people, and thank you. I was one of the people that it was pretty awesome to be among the other people you have on this Amazing Human series are incredible. And there's people that say, when you do something good, you don't have to tell everyone. Don't even tell everyone. That's just being. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I think that there's a way to not be braggy about it. Like, I think if you go out in the world and you are doing good things, it becomes part of your story. So I think that you should be telling that, but it's not like, oh, by the way, I donated so much money last week to whatever, or like, today I went out and did blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the people I've interviewed, and if you watched any of those interviews, those people are doing what they're doing from the heart, and when they tell their stories, it's from their heart. So they're not being braggy, but they're talking about the good things they do, and I think that we need more of that.
100%. I joined Snapchat around 3 years ago, and I didn't know. Actually, sorry, I joined about 5 years ago, and I had all my staff were using it at the restaurant, and they were just basically exactly. You're just like, they were just like pictures of them being drunk, and they'd send me this. They send me like a snap, and I'd be like, I don't even understand this. And then after about a third time of Gary Vee saying, you got to do Snapchat, I did. And I still was playing around with it. And I didn't get it until I met you. I just didn't understand what I could do. And then I met you, and we chatted. And then through you, I connected to other people. So I thank you for that, because you were the entrance into meeting all the people that were on here. Other than maybe Mia, I didn't know before Snapchat, and that's because of you. 100% because of you. So if you're at the end of the life and you're sitting in your bed going, did I do anything? You did that. And that's like, for me, that's a big thing. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome, I guess.
So thank you. So I will say, on social, when you talk about some people, everyone has such amazing things to say, and we can all talk to people, but Bree, when you bring up Bree Palmer, people love you. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?
It's all a lie. No, I'm just kidding.
But really, honestly, why? You're warm, you're kind, all that stuff. But what is it that makes people love you?
I wish I knew. I don't know. I guess because when I share what I share, and I try to be completely authentic. So I guess maybe that's part of it. Like they can relate, and I try to be positive, and the stuff I put out on the internet is very motivational and positive, and hopefully inspiring. I guess it is. People tell me it's inspiring, so I suppose I shouldn't say I guess or hope that it's inspiring. But yeah, I think that part of it is probably just that. Like, I'm super myself at all times. There's no front. I try not to fake it or put too many filters on things, or, you know, like, you're not always seeing my highlight reel or whatever you want to call it. Like, so I guess that.
You're the real deal. I agree. Johnny says you're the real deal.
Thank you, Chocolate Johnny. That's so nice.
We just, you know what? This is your kindness intervention. You didn't know that? We're just bringing you on here to just lift you up and make you go to bed and be like, I'm awesome. And then your fiance says, like, make the bed or something. You're like, oh, I'm normal.
Yeah. Like, shut up. You're so annoying.
on that note about kindness, and you share all positivity, do you feel like with the state of social, because we all in here know how awesome it is, but there's a lot of negativity going on, do you ever get into arguments on social?
I try to avoid that, but obviously I've had my spats with people. I just find that, like, for the most part, I'll start and then I'll just stop doing it, because you're never going to impact that person. They have whatever's going on in their own life, and they're putting that out on a keyboard because that's the only release, I guess, that they think that it's helping them, or God knows what, but that's their bag. Not my barrel, not my monkeys. They try, and you're never going to get through to them no matter how hard you fight. So unless that person wants to come and sit face to face with me and have that same conversation, then it's pointless, because they're never going to listen.
I saw a quote earlier that I wanted to share that is on that, which is why I said it. Discussion is better than argument, because argument is to find out who is right. Discussion is to find out what is right. In my scrolling, I stopped. So I'm like, that's said perfectly, because if you're arguing, it's all about who is right. But if you actually go behind closed doors or sit down for a coffee and have a discussion, you can actually talk about ideas instead of the trolls coming shooting at you and you're like, no, this is my friend. And, you know, it's I loved it.
Yeah.
What's the last gift that you bought for someone? Yeah.
Gift? Okay, this is awesome, actually, and super random. So, my friend Victoria here in the city looked after my cat while we were in Florida. So, you know the, like, kids movie Pets? Yes. Or is it a movie? I think it's a kids movie, yeah. They had, like, a little store or whatever dedicated to that in Universal. So I bought her a towel, and she's obsessed with her dogs, loves her dogs. They're her children and all that. Anyways, so the towel has all the dogs from Pets, and it says, "Who's your doggy?"
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
I was like, this is the perfect gift. Anyways, that sums me up, because if you want me to buy you something, it's going to be like that.
That's amazing. If I looked at your phone, if I grabbed your phone and I looked for notifications, would you have 1 million notifications or 0?
Lots.
Really?
At the moment, keeps popping up.
No way. I was expecting 0 from you, because I know I've said this before, like, you always seem to want, like, you've left Snapchat before, because sometimes it's such a conversational thing that you feel like you're missing out, so you always are on there. I would have figured that you were someone with no notifications because you had to check them.
It's true. I definitely do check them, but right now, I would have lots. I would have lots everywhere, but on Instagram probably at the moment, because that's the thing, like, putting a lot of my energy there right now. So that one I check all the time. Everywhere else, sorry, I'll get to you.
How lucky are you, and why?
How lucky am I? I think I'm super damn lucky.
What?
Life is, I don't know. Life is pretty great. I can't really complain. So is that luck? Yeah, probably part of it. I don't really have a lot to complain about, and I don't have, like, obviously I've had my trials and tribulations and hardships in life, but overall, it's pretty good times. So I'd say I'm pretty lucky.
If animals could talk, you ready? Which would be the rudest, and which would be the kindest animal if they could talk?
I feel like,
That's what made me laugh.
I feel like, okay, so right off the top of my head, what comes to mind at first? Hippos are probably going to be really
They'd be
mean.
dicks. I think they'd be dicks.
Because they've just taken a lot of crap their whole lives. So, so I think that they're not going to be very nice. The nicest animal, probably a dolphin. Dolphins are probably pretty nice.
Tell us about you were swimming with dolphins, weren't you?
Yep, that was super fun.
Awesome.
I actually was going to say snakes would be nice. I feel like snakes have a good, but that's probably because they really enjoy Harry Potter, and the snake was nice when he set it free. So.
Fair enough. Of our friends on social that we all know, and it could be just our friends, it could be, more like influencers, like higher. Who of your friends or in the social media world really reminds you of a character in a TV show or a movie? Is there someone that you're like, oh, they kind of remind me of maybe the character or a cartoon?
I don't know, actually. I've never
like
thought
Willy
about
Wonka and Chocolate Johnny?
Yeah, but Willy Wonka's creepy, and Chocolate Johnny is not creepy. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Sandra has got to be, like, a cartoon character somewhere.
I think so.
I don't know what from, but somewhere in the world, she's a cartoon character.
Yeah, Sandra Centurino's Say It Forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
so. I think that'd be good. I can picture her doing, like, I know it's a different accent, but, like, coffee talk, that kind of, like, I can picture her, like, holding court. But instead of, like, just talking, like, she would just drop F-bombs left, right, and center. Awesome.
Yeah. Also, this is, I don't know why this popped into my head, and if Danica's still here, hopefully she doesn't kill me. I kind of feel like Danica reminds me of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
Oh my gosh. And you're gonna see the anger emojis going off here. That's hilarious.
I love you, don't kill me.
Morgan says, be careful. Be careful.
Yeah.
So as a child, was there a movie that scarred you for life? Something that you're like, I shouldn't have watched that.
No.
Nothing?
Nothing comes to mind.
There's not one that you maybe like. For me, I'll say Jaws, and I think a lot of people probably say Jaws because I could be in a lake that all there is like not even leeches, and I'm out there. That is really nice. It's so sunny, but I can't see my feet. There's a shark. Like,
yeah, I'm not into that. I am afraid of the ocean. So maybe something did scar me, but I can't put a key on what it was. I don't think I ever even watched Jaws, so we can't say that. No, nothing really comes to mind.
In high school, what type of person were you in high school?
I'm pretty much the same person now as I was then, I think. I was pretty, I had friends in all of the groups, like, I'd walk down the hall and someone would be like, hey, Bree. And my other friend with me would be like, who is that person and how do you know them? Like, what? I was that person. Like, just had random friends from random groups or whatever. Wasn't, like, clicky.
I think maybe that's a key to why we connect with, like, a bunch of people on social, because I'm very similar. I wouldn't say I was the cool kid. I definitely was friends with kind of everyone. It's kind of the same thing, right? Is there anyone, you don't have to say the name, that you want to apologize to? Someone that like, maybe back, like, I wasn't...
There's a couple, probably, yeah. I think there's probably a few people in my high school days especially, and possibly some boys who I probably wasn't very nice to, so, sorry.
It's true, and I got kids now, and I know you, same thing, and you see them go through stuff, and I can go back in my mind. There's a teacher that we totally, like, rode. He's total, like, yeah. So sorry, Mr. Kettle. Same thing. Like, I remember it was being total dink, like, and now I look back, I'm like, wow, we were total assholes, and I'm not a bad person. It was just, it's a group mentality, and you're with your friends, and it's hilarious from the teacher. And then you realize you basically give them a nervous breakdown. So, brutal. So, sorry, Mr. Kettle. Pineapple on pizza?
Ooh.
Okay, this interview is over.
Okay, bye. Pineapple on nothing.
Really?
I hate pineapple.
Really? But you're filled with so much love. Do you have a favorite quote, Bree Palmer?
My favorite quote is, live life to the fullest. You only get one.
That's simple, heard all the time, and works, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a little bit cliche, but
do you find that all the cliches are true?
yes.
The older you get, you start reading it. And I think it was 2 years ago I was driving after I was kind of like finding myself. And I was just driving along, and it was sunny. I was looking at the ocean driving by Peggy's Cove. Just driving along, and I was listening to like a personal growth CD. And I'm just listening. He said, you know, the best things in life are free. I'm driving like, holy shit. The best things in life. And I heard that a million times, and I get it. But that's the first time I actually got it. I'm looking at the ocean. I'm driving. It's like gorgeous and true. So all these cliches that hit you at different points, and you're like, either your parents said it, and you're like, dude, I know you. Or so that's the moment that kind of happened to me. Is there something that you want to share about what you're doing, or something to promote?
The Amazing Human series. Go like it on Facebook. We're in a little bit of a lull. I haven't done anything for a bit because I'm trying to figure out this stupid technical side of it, and how to interview people and it not be a big old disaster. So till I jump that hurdle. Yeah. But yeah, the Amazing Human series is still my thing. I love it a lot. Yeah.
And what made you come up with that? What made you come up with Amazing series? Like, where did that come from?
I think one day I was just like, I wanted to blog, but nothing was really sticking. Every time I try, I just like get bored. Like I didn't want to do my career path as my hobby, because that was, like I was trying to blog from a designer standpoint or whatever, and that wouldn't stick either. So then I was like, okay, what can I do that I will enjoy, but will also benefit others? And ta-da! The Amazing Human series was born. And I had all these people in my back pocket who I knew would come on and share their stories or whatever. And
finish with a few things here. So there's going to be one word or a couple words to explain. I'm going to say something, and you can say a word that you think of, okay? You ready? It's kind of like a spitball round. You ready?
Rapid fire.
All right. Toilet paper. Over or under?
Under.
Under, so like you have to pull from the back. Interesting. Why is that? Let's extend this. Why under?
I don't know. It just seems easier that way.
Is it important to be right or to be kind?
Kind.
When I say the words Sandra Santorino together, what do you think of? A word.
Crazy. Sorry, Sandra. I love you.
Crazy like a fox. Brian Fanzo.
You know what? One word? Come on.
You can say a couple words. It's okay.
Super duper awesome.
Gary V.
Interesting. He's an interesting one.
Snapchat.
Love it. Kind of also hate it.
Justin Bieber.
Meh. My word is meh.
Donald Trump.
Mind blown? How? That's
How?
the word. How?
Perfect. I was going to say you're going to say pass to get to... Darth Vader.
Evil, but kind of awesome.
Sam's favorite. Summer.
The best.
True. Family.
Pretty darn awesome.
Sell Ottawa in one sentence or less.
Oh, God. Ottawa can be very exciting if you find the right people to hang out with.
That's true. That is key. That is totally key. Finish this sentence. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
On a playground, I spent most of my
Boom!
days.
One more different, but that's yes. Yes. What do you get, Alex? No. Tell them where they can find you. Hey, Louisa.
Your best bet right now is Instagram at Bree, B-R-E-E .Palmer.
Bree Palmer.
On the gram.
On the gram. But you gotta close the show. You gotta say. I don't know if you saw Debbie Adams, but you gotta end it. So you gotta say, this has been Karen Counts, good people doing great things. I'm Bree Palmer. Blah blah blah. Whatever you want to say. Finish her off. I'm just gonna stand here.
Okay. Thanks for listening to this babble, and be awesome, be amazing, make sure you care about people, and remember that caring counts, y'all.
Boom!